Welcome to the safety presentation. During this lesson, we will go over personal safety, the role of police, and how to be prepared for emergencies. An important way to keep yourself safe is by protecting yourself from potential scams. Scams are a way people try to steal information or money under false circumstances. Scammers often target the elderly or those who do not understand the language or technology. Identity theft and fraud are two common scams in the United States. Scams can come through calls, texts, emails, or through the mail. These communications will have some of the following characteristics: threats of arrest, deportation, fines, or demanding payment, and usually some urgency to act immediately. A scam may also appear to be a positive thing, like a text saying you have won a prize or money. If you receive something you think may be a scam, please contact your case manager or a trusted friend before responding to it or clicking on any link. To avoid being scammed, hang up on suspicious calls from unknown numbers. Never share your personal information with those you do not know. Keep information like your birthday and social security number private. Do not pay someone who unexpectedly contacts you. Always do research on a company to make sure they are legitimate before sending them your information or payment. In the U.S., we have an emergency number to call to report crimes or to get help in emergency situations. If you see a crime, or if immediate protection or medical assistance is needed, call 911. Some examples of when you should call 911 include medical emergencies, acts of violence, when someone's life is in immediate danger, when your home is threatened to fire, burglary, or break-in, or to report human trafficking or abuse. You can access the police or the fire department by calling 911, and the appropriate personnel will come to help depending on the situation. If you are in immediate danger, get to a safe place as soon as possible before calling 911. Now we will talk about the role of police. Each city has its own police force. There are also police working at the state and federal level in the U.S. Police officers are here to ensure safety by enforcing laws and protecting people from harm. They also can investigate crimes. Police officers are not above the law and are expected to act with integrity and follow the same laws that they enforce. Most people in the U.S. interact with police during traffic stops. If a police officer pulls up behind you with their lights flashing, you must pull over to the side of the road as soon as it is safe to do so. Turning on your emergency lights is a good way to let the cop know that you're planning to pull over as soon as you can. The police officer will usually ask you for your driver's license and vehicle registration. They may give you a traffic ticket, also known as a citation, depending on if you broke a traffic law. The ticket will require you to pay a fine to the courts and may require you to attend driving school classes. When interacting with police, it is very important to stay calm and polite. You do have the right to ask questions and to speak up if you feel your rights are being violated. For example, if the police want to search your car without a warrant. Now we will talk about emergency preparedness. You and your family need to make a plan for emergencies to keep everyone safe. Your safety plan should include having everyone in the family memorize your home address and phone number. If you call 911, you will need to have your address ready to share with the emergency responders so they can get there as soon as possible. You should also make a plan on how to escape from your home in the case of a fire or other emergency. Practice escape routes and teach your kids so they know what to do in an emergency. For example, how to open the windows. Set a plan on where to meet if you get separated in an emergency. Keep your essential documents in a safe place, but where you can easily grab them if you need to leave in a hurry. You can also create emergency backpacks. For each family member, which contain essentials like a change of clothes, money, water, non-perishable food, a blanket, and a flashlight. If there is a large-scale emergency, like a public health issue, stay calm and follow local guidance for your area. You can stay informed by going to news stations or websites. You can also always call your case manager for help. Now we will talk about safety while driving. As a driver, you have the responsibility to know the rules of driving so you can be safe. Everyone in the car must wear a seatbelt. It is against the law to ride in a car without one. Babies up to 2 years old must be in a rear-facing car seat until they're at least 30 pounds. Children between ages 2 and 4 need to use a front-facing car seat until they weigh around 40 pounds. 4 to 8-year-olds must use a booster seat until they are tall enough to not need it, 57 inches. Be sure to install the car seat correctly in your car before using it for your child. If you need help learning how to do this, ask your case manager. Here are some more ways to stay safe on the road. Always be aware of your surroundings, other cars, bikes, and pedestrians. Keep a safe distance between yourself and other vehicles, and avoid following too closely so you have time to stop suddenly if needed. Drive with your lights on at night or when there's poor visibility due to rain or snow. Always use your signal when changing lanes or turning. Follow the posted speed limits. Do not drive too fast, as this can be a safety hazard for yourself and other drivers. When driving on the freeway, slower traffic keeps to the right, and you should always pass cars on the left. Never drive distracted, such as on your phone or when intoxicated. This is against the law in the United States. Winters in Utah can cause unsafe road conditions with ice and snow. You can install winter tires or all-weather tires for driving in snowy or icy conditions. You could also install tire chains if needed. Drive slower than normal when there is snow or ice on the road. Always leave plenty of distance between yourself and the car in front of you to avoid accidents if you lose control of your vehicle. Pump your brakes slowly if sliding on ice to avoid your wheels locking up. Avoid jerking the wheel quickly. Make smooth and slow adjustments to avoid worsening skidding or rolling over the vehicle. Give yourself more time to speed up, slow down, and turn corners when driving in the snow and ice. Slower is safer. Crosswalks are for pedestrians to use to walk safely across the street from street corner to street corner. In more busy areas, there will usually be a walk signal letting you know when to cross the street. In less busy areas where there's no walk signal, you can walk as soon as you are safe to do so. When crossing the street, always be aware of your surroundings. Look out for vehicles or bikes. If you're at a crosswalk with a walk signal, press the button and wait until it prompts you to go, which will often show a little white outline of a person. Do not walk if the signal light shows a red hand or a stop. Look both ways on the street before using a crosswalk to make sure no cars are coming. In Utah, pedestrians have the right of way, meaning cars must yield to walkers, but that doesn't mean all drivers obey that law, and often they may not notice you if you are on the sidewalk. Be careful and make sure the driver sees you and stops their car before you start walking across. Especially watch for cars making right-hand turns. They may not always see pedestrians who are waiting to walk. Lastly, we'll talk about safety when biking. As a biker, you will be required to obey all traffic signs and lights, just like cars. You will also need to follow the same flow of traffic. Use the bike lane if there is one. If not, stay to the far right unless otherwise indicated. You will need to signal before turning with your arms. Always wear a helmet when biking to protect your head. When driving at night, use a bike light and wear bright reflective clothing such as neon orange or yellow to make sure drivers can see you. Use a good bike lock to protect your bike from thieves. Please direct any questions you have about safety to your case manager.